Be a couple people who are not happy.
All right, welcome everybody. I'm Dave Fisher from USA Hockey. For those of you I don't know, just want to cover a couple of quick things before we get started. We do have mic holders on either side. We will use the microphones for questions all the time. Please identify yourself, your affiliation each time, and who your question is directed to. If we have anything that's going to make noise, please silence it so we don't interrupt the proceedings. That would be appreciated. We've already had 3 fines in the first 2 press conferences, so we're doing well for charity. So, and then if you're not aware, we just vote on how much you're going to get fined. So it could be all over the map. So I just wouldn't take any chances.
I wanted to answer the last question as your question.
Oh.
Sorry. But Jesus is going to be the reason why we're going to win. Because God's the one who's given us all gifts, so we have talents from Him. And I believe our team is going to come together and win this championship. So, sorry, I was scared to say it at first, but now I want to say it. He's the one who's going to help us. So, at the end of the day, it's God who helps. He's given us life and everything we have. So, and yeah, He loves you guys.
All right, RJ. That's all right. Encore performance there. I like it. This is Marvin the Martian. For you who haven't met Marvin, is a Frozen 4 media mascot, been here with us since 1999. And you're welcome to take pictures. He does take pictures with people if you'd like. Hi, Rand.
Hi, Fish.
How are you?
How you doing?
Welcome. You can sit.
Oh, you got a water for me. That's
Water, yeah. Oh, yeah.
big time.
Guys, welcome. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, I think we will just begin with some thoughts from Rand. No stranger to Tampa, Rand. And how are things been going, and what are your thoughts there as we go into tomorrow?
Everything's been excellent. Tampa's a wonderful host. We're excited to be back and really just anxious to get the game going. Ready to play. Let's get it going. Can we move the game up? Can we get it earlier than 8:30 on a Thursday? But no, we're excited. It's I'm just proud of our group this year. Just had a great season, and we still got some more work to do.
Jaden, what's it been like so far since you've been down here in Tampa? Any fun things you've gotten to do, or?
Yeah, it's been an awesome experience. Like we step off the plane, we got greeted by some fans and all that, and last night we got a nice dinner treated from the class of 2017, so that was awesome.
Oh, wow.
Great to be with the guys, and other than that, like it was great to get on the ice, feel the ice and all that, and just like Coach said, just super excited for tomorrow. Can't wait to get going.
Michael, are you a Tampa veteran? You been to Tampa?
I've never been down here, no.
No, first time. How's it been going so far?
It's awesome. I love it. We were walking around this morning, kind of just soaking everything in, and to actually be here and be on the ice is special, and do it with your best friends makes it even better. So.
We had some previous people, Zach, say that maybe we should have this event here about every 3 years. What are your thoughts?
I like it. Yeah. I think that'd be spot
I'd
on.
be in on it.
You'd be
I
in
was
it?
actually here. I was watching the national championship game in 2016 when I was here. So it's cool to be back and see kind of a different side of it. Obviously, from a player perspective, it's they pull out all the stops. They make us feel pretty special, and we're pretty lucky to be here.
Awesome. All right, questions. Are there any questions from the audience in the back?
Hi, Mike Fornabio, Hearst, Connecticut Media. I guess maybe to Zach, but if either of you other players want to mention as well, you guys have a group that's got some players who've accomplished some good things. What if some of the newcomers, Graffer, and what have they brought to you guys, on and off the ice?
They've been awesome. They've been honestly unbelievable. One of our keywords is always buy-in. And from the moment they stepped on campus, they were ready to go. They bought into how we play and the little details that we care about on and off the ice that help us find success. And they're invaluable, honestly, just like every other member. But especially from a couple of young guys, like Graffer came from Union, so kind of dump whatever habits he had in Union and adapt and become a Bobcat. Same with Lipper. Like he showed up and he was ready to go. Like he was eager to learn. He's been a sponge this whole year. So it's been awesome having those guys, and having them contribute has been, a special treat.
Jaden, anything on the newcomers?
It's been awesome, and like on top of everything Zach said, like they're all great guys. They're all great guys, and it's fun to be around them. They'll listen to you, and they'll show you some things that they think that may work, and they've been great. Nothing but good words for them.
I did promise we'd have a little exercise to make sure we got the pronunciation of the school right, but I think Sarah Fraser, Senior Associate AD of Quinnipiac, is here. And Sarah, you could give us a lesson on how we say the name so we all get the accent right.
Well, you're going to hear my UP accent a little bit, but it is Quinnipiac.
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 Nice.
Quinnipiac.
Yeah. Faster you say it, the less time you have to mess it up.
Oh, that's a good tip.
Yeah. Just rip it out.
Give it to us.
Quinnipiac.
There we go. Not Quinnipiac, right? Yeah. Okay. I think we got Colby Cohen straightened away on that now. What else do we have? In front here, guys? Okay, perfect. Thanks, Sue.
Matthew Mugno, QBSN. Question for all three of you, I guess. What's it like playing in an NHL facility?
Michael, let's start with you.
It's pretty special. We were lucky enough to play at Nassau Coliseum our freshman year, so you got the big arena feel, but there's just something special about here. Obviously, the history with the Lightning have done the past couple of years makes it even more special, and it's going to be really exciting tomorrow. See all the fans, and we're really looking forward to it.
Zach, NHL facility.
Yeah, unfortunately in the Nassau game I was scratched for that, so I didn't get that experience. But no, it's cool. Obviously,
Sorry about that.
Obviously,
Look where you are now, though, Zach. Come on, you're better for it. Come on.
No, it's cool. It's always special being in NHL arenas. Like, the guys have played here, and like Mike said, the history before. It's always a special treat. It's cool.
Jaden, you weren't scratched, were you?
I wasn't here yet. I think it was the year
Okay.
before me. So yeah, it's my first time in an NHL facility. I think it's surreal. Like the guys that you watch on TV every day growing up as a kid, the guys you kind of look up to. It's just like they've stepped foot in that same locker room and through the same hallway. So it's just special to know. And yeah, it's a really, really cool experience.
Rand, what's it like for you? I mean, you coached in a lot of facilities over the years, coming to a NHL building like this.
I mean, it's obviously it's a great facility for us. We'll play Frozen Four wherever you want to put it, but we just want to play the game. And I've been here before, at the Frozen Four, actually 16 as a coach, and then on 12 I was actually I was on the committee. So it's just a first-rate facility, and just Tampa does a great job.
Awesome. Okay, right back here. Sue.
Ren, you touched on not wanting to wait to play this game. What are the pros and cons of having such a long layoff between the regional final and the Frozen Four?
The way we were rolling, honestly, after Merrimack and Ohio State, we'd want to play right away. But we did have a couple guys banged up pretty good against Ohio State, so that time off got our guys healthy. Like, we really needed that. There might be years where you don't want it, so I think there are pros and cons to both. But in the end, we have that bye weekend, and you just have to adapt. All four teams have to adapt to it, and everybody's playing on the same rules.
Okay, Joe.
Randy. Joe Smith at The Athletic here. Just a lot of dynamic players left in this Frozen Four. I'm just curious, when you'll face tomorrow in Van Tilly, what stands out to you and might make him such a game breaker in a lot of situations?
Just watching him, like, he's just such a dominant athlete. He's an athlete. He's just a thoroughbred. He makes plays. He makes stuff out of nothing. You think you kind of have him shut down, and then, all of a sudden, bang, it's under the bar. So I think, for us, like, we got to get up kind of on him, on all their players, and kind of deny time and space. And he's a lot easier to defend when he doesn't have the puck than when he has the puck. And then certainly we've got to be ready to defend him in waves, because he is going to beat people, and it's going to happen. We know that. And then as long as we have waves there, and he beats one, we got another one. He beats two, we got another one. And sometimes you got to go with a fourth guy. And then we've got to make good reads off those plays too.
Okay, in the front here. So.
Cameron Levasseur, Quinnipiac Chronicle. Rand, can you talk a little bit about the alumni support? Obviously, you had the dinner last night, but just how many guys have been reaching out to wish you well, and what does that mean to you?
Yeah, it's been great. We're a family for sure. This is my 29th year, so I think it's one of the nice things about being at a school for so long. Today we came to practice. I texted with Todd Bennett, who's an 02, lives in the area, so he's been out a while. And he reached out to me and Joe. He's like, "Hey, I got stuff for the guys," and he went up and bought T-shirts and hats and everything. Just sent them down to the guys with the Frozen Four logos. It was great. Just little things like that mean a lot. And we got a huge contingent of our alums, hockey alums, coming down for the weekend.
Awesome. Right here in front.
Gage Kilborn, Q30 Television. Rand, this is now your third time in the Frozen Four in the past 11 years. And many people are calling this the new blood versus blue blood rivalry because Quinnipiac's the only new blood out of the 4 teams in the Frozen Four this year. What does this mean to you, being considered a new blood in this game?
Yeah, well, we're certainly not a blue blood, but the 3 programs that are here with us are established. They've got long histories. We're still, we're 25 years into Division I, and for a chunk of those we didn't have our own rink, and for a chunk of those we had to practice at midnight. So we're an upstart, we're an up and comer, but we've had enough success over the last few years, and our players know how to win, and we know how to beat teams at this level. We just got to make sure we execute.
Okay, further, Julie, right here in front, Sue.
Julie Robenheimer, NHL Network Radio. Fellas, I just want to get your perspective, kind of piggybacking off of that. Michigan has a litany of NHL caliber prospects, and you guys are, throughout the entire season, consistently showing that you deserve to be here. On paper, it doesn't necessarily look like that when you look at the rosters. What can you guys tell us about your team and why you believe that you're going to come out on the right end of things tomorrow?
Zach?
I think to me, it's always come back to how close we are as a group. Every night we show up and we play together. We support each other. We're there if someone, makes a mistake, we're there to bail them out. There's layers to how we play, and it's tough for guys to get by all 4 or 5 layers consistently throughout the game. We always hear teams are more talented than us and whatnot, but I think as a cohesive unit, I'd put us up there against any other team in the country.
Any other thoughts on that, guys? Michael?
He said it pretty well, but I just think it comes down to being a family. I mean, they have a lot of, draft picks and high, praised players and all, but at the end of the day, we work harder than anybody in the nation. We're here all summer working together. We all work out together all summer. Nobody misses a workout. There's just a culture here that is about hard work and, having your brother's back, and I think that's what separates us in a lot of those games. You see people, yelling at each other, bad body language. That doesn't happen on our team. Everybody's, next rep, keeping everybody accountable, and I think that's why we have a lot of success.
And yeah, I think these 2 guys said it pretty well, but it's just comes down to that culture, doing it collectively as a group, might not necessarily outskill a team, but we'll do it. We'll grind other teams down. We do it together as a group, and when everyone's going, I think we can beat anyone.
Over here to the right, Matt.
Hey, Rand. Matt Baker with Tampa Bay Times. NIL is a huge issue at the highest levels in college football and basketball. I wonder, from where you sit, how big of a deal is that in college hockey right now, and how big of a strength can that be for your program?
It's a great question. I think men's ice hockey is behind football and basketball in NIL. I think it's just starting to creep in more at the Big Ten schools. And we'll see where it goes in the next 5 to 10 years and where the NCAA lets it go or tries to let it go or not let it go. But it's something that if you want to repeatedly go to Frozen Fours in the next 10 years, you need to get on board with it, because it's coming. It's kind of here with some of the Big Ten schools and some of the bigger schools, and you're going to get left behind if you don't get on board with it.
Good. Okay. What else do we have? Okay, right back here in the front.
Matt Mogno, QBSN. Zach, you had mentioned a few months ago on an ECAC podcast how, as a team, you've won a lot but not much. But how does it feel now to be in the Frozen Four, coming back as a 5th year, returning to the school?
Yeah, it's special. I'd still almost agree with what I say. We've won over 100 games, 120 games maybe in our 5-year career, and the white law was something for us that we wanted really bad, and unfortunately that slipped away from us over our career here. But this is an opportunity for us to win something special. And for us, it'd mean the world to bring like a national championship back to Quinnipiac. It would have been really special to bring a Whitelaw back. Unfortunately, that didn't happen, but now we have our next opportunity, and it's an opportunity for us to win something.
Okay, great. There in the back, second row there.
Zach Hosberg, Q30 Television. You guys faced off with Michigan in the regional final last year, and you came up short. Obviously, both teams are different, but what can you guys take away from that experience last year?
Who's that question for?
Everyone.
I'll answer it. I watched that game a couple times just recently, just to kind of get ready for this, just to see, its tendencies and stuff. I mean, Narado was the assistant, now he's the head, but there's still some same things. But honestly, the thing I took away from it, like, we played great in that game. We outchanced them. We were awesome. Like, we played so well, and their goalie's making saves early in the game, and we could have defended better. We needed to pick up sticks better in that front, which we normally were good at. We had a couple kids struggle a little bit with the moment, but we did have a really good game. And again, that Michigan team last year was maybe the most talented team ever assembled in college hockey, and this one's not far behind. So but we know if we play to our identity and we let our culture come through, like we have more than a chance.
Zach, you want to jump in there?
Yeah, I think something to take away from last year is just how to embrace the moment. I think last year we kind of let the moment get to us, and we didn't really play our game. We let it slip away and let the moment overtake us. And with the crew that we have coming back, we can all learn from that and understand, like, when you're inside the boards and inside the glass, like, it's the same game. Obviously, if you can put all the distractions from the outside the glass away and behind you, end of the day, you're playing on the same ice sheet you would anywhere else, and you just got to embrace the game, and for us, embrace the grind. So I think that'll be an advantage for us this year.
Don't mind the beeping. That's a freezer door being open back there, right here in front.
Joey Johnston from the Tampa Bay Sports Commission. Question for Rand. As you know, there's a rabid following locally for the NHL team here, the Lightning. But some of the local fans that come this weekend may not be that familiar with college hockey, may not have seen many games. So how would you describe the appeal of college hockey for those who haven't experienced it firsthand very much? And what is the following for your sport as you've seen it grow during your career?
Right. Well, certainly the Lightning fans are outstanding, and honestly, they're spoiled to have Kucherov and Stamkos and Hedman, and a great coach in John Cooper. College hockey is obviously it's a little different. It's the players are younger. I would say it's a little more frenetic. Is probably the best way to put it. A little more shot out of a cannon, and let's just go and see how this goes up and back. I think pro hockey is a little more cerebral, and guys pick apart what they want to do, both offensively and defensively. But it's a great product, and these four teams this weekend will put a great show on both games Thursday, and then again on the national championship game.
Julie.
Julie Robenheimer, NHL Network Radio. Guys, this is more of a follow-up to my previous question, and I'd love, Rand, your thoughts as well. Can you talk to me a little bit about the 4-year buy-in of coming to a program? Like when you guys are recruited, because you're not this elite level draft pick, there's no thought of you only being here for a year or two. Like, you are committing to 4 years and wanting to build something. And then obviously as well, like when you guys committed, you were just coming off of a national championship appearance, right?
Correct.
The time frame is
Roughly.
about the same.
Yeah.
So I'm curious about like how that impacted you and wanting to play in this and knowing that this was a program that could take you there, and just that kind of collective buy-in.
Michael, start with you.
Well, I committed here a long time ago. I actually committed in the winter of 2017, so following that championship appearance. And I'm from Rhode Island, so not too far from Connecticut, and I've always been a fan of Quinnipiac and the way they play. And honestly, it was a dream for me to have an opportunity to come play here. And it's pretty unbelievable to think back on it. I was kind of a late bloomer, and then to finally get here and then learn from some of the guys. Like our freshman year, we had Chase Prisky, who was played for Florida Panthers, great guy. He just taught us the way, and a lot of things that we still do are carried on from things we learned from alumni who have gone on to play. But it's funny because Zach and I are actually in our 5th years. We're grad students, so if you ever thought we had the extended year, but it's pretty special to play for a team like this, and I think the culture of our team it's been passed down for years and years and years, and I think that's what makes us special.
Jaden.
Yeah, I think like just the culture that Rand's been able to build over the last 25 years, it's it kind of just my freshman year, like there was alumni weekend. I met tons of alumni and just like hearing their stories, hearing kind of what they brought to the table and kind of the memories that they had, like it really kind of just lit that fire inside of me and just like made me like really want to be here, like made me feel welcomed here, and like everything they provide us, like they set us up for success, so it's like it's not hard to stick around, so yeah.
Zach?
Yeah, I think when you're recruited and you're going through the whole process, you're excited for all 4 years. Like you look forward to every year, especially with a program like Quinnipiac, when you see the championship appearances and how often they're winning and competing, and makes you excited because every year you're going to have a chance at something special, like a great opportunity like this. And we've been fortunate. We've been to the tournament 4 times, and that's exactly what's happened. So when you talk about like the 4 years and kind of what the mindset is, it's you're excited. It's a great opportunity, and like Jane said, you don't want to leave. And if we could do a 6th year, I'd keep playing here if I could. I'm sure Rand would want to kick us out the door at some point.
No, I would take you for another year. you can come back, Lumbo. We got to talk about it.
But no, it's special to be able to have that time, put the work in, and leave your mark on the program.
Rand.
Yeah. I mean, so we talk a lot about culture, and I just was thinking about how to answer the question. But like, culture it's not an easy thing to define. And like I could take an hour and a half to explain everything that we do to kind of develop it in our program. Probably the biggest thing, the most important thing is just you need to recruit high character kids on the way in. They have to be great kids. Are we perfect? No, we make a mistake once in a while, but for the most part, like the 3 up here, they're not A+, they're A++. These are phenomenal young men. I didn't actually pick them. I don't know. Cam must. I don't know why. I just walked in here. I was in with these 3, so maybe Cam picked you guys, but you picked 3 great ones. So we really do a good job with that. Joe Dumais and Mike Corbett do a great job. Before that, I had Billy Rigo, who's now the head coach at Holy Cross, and we really hammer that. Like he's got to be a great kid. And there's times I'll go, and I don't do a ton of the recruiting, but I go once in a while, and mostly because my son's in 05, so I'll see him and I'll say, hey, I like this kid on this team. And Joe right away, we don't want that kid. I'm like, well, he was great. No, you don't want that kid. You're like, he's not a Bobcat. You will pull your hair out. So we really, it's important for us. We know what we're good at. We need high character, elite character players with high hockey IQ. That's what's successful for us. And we want as much talent as we can get. We certainly have talented players. We got some really talented players, as you've already seen this year. But we got to have those first 2 things for us to be successful.
Over here to the right in the back.
Hi, my name is Madison Morris, and I'm with Quinnipiac Media. And I was just wondering, I know obviously a lot of physical preparation goes into the game. I'm wondering about the mental aspect and how you guys get your head in the game beforehand, and like any practices that you guys use that you found to be successful.
Zach, mental games.
Yeah, I think that's something you constantly work on. We have a great sports psychologist in Devin Markle that's worked with us the last 2 years. No, I think a lot of it is just trying to get in the right headspace. Like it's kind of the positive reinforcement, the positive talk that you go through the entire day, visualizing what's going to happen. So, you're prepared if something goes wrong or whatever happens in the game. It's just, I think everyone's kind of got their own special routine, what they do throughout the entire day from the moment you wake up, and you kind of find that routine, and then it gets you in a rhythm. So when game rolls around, you're gearing up the whole day and you're ready to go when you step on the ice.
Michael, Jade, anything on the routine you want to chime in on?
I think to me it's just like the habits, like you gotta find, like Zach said, like everyone does something differently, but just finding the habits that work for you. And like being able to take a step back and realizing maybe something isn't working for you. Like being able to work with Devin Markle, it's been awesome. Just really fine tune that mental side, and just the habits that you do every day lead into just when the puck drops, like you're ready to go.
got it pretty
Michael, you got anything to add there?
I
You
think
don't
they
have-
got it pretty good, yeah.
Okay, all right. Very good. What do we got? Who runs a playlist, by the way?
Like game day playlist?
Yeah.
Or practice.
Or practice. Practice kind of rotates a little bit. Some guys will jump on the speaker if they want to play something like Jay Quillen will play more rap. If I'm on it, I'll play country. Mix it around. But then game day is always Ethan DeYoung. He takes control and he plays a good EDM mix before.
Yeah.
Get some energy going.
Is that what's on your playlist, Ran?
No, I have to ask Ethan sometimes what songs he's got on. So I did last year, not this year. Last year our win song was 23 by Chase Beckham. I liked it, so I added it, and now my daughters like it, and now they're into country music, so go figure.
Nice transformation, right? Right here in front. Sorry.
Hi, Gage Kilborn, Q30 Television. This one's mainly for the players. You talked a lot about how Devon Taves, and he helped out with you pretty much from the ECAC semifinals against Colgate when you guys lost all the way up to Tampa Bay. Was there any words of encouragement or advice from the last time he was at the Frozen Four that you guys took to heart?
Michael, let's start with you.
Yeah, absolutely. We had a great talk with him, and it was really great that he would take the time out of his day to give us some advice to help us. But a lot of it was just about, some of the regrets that they have about not getting the job done and being so close to it. And obviously, he's played in the biggest stages and won the Stanley Cup and different things. And a lot of things that he regretted was not bringing back a national championship to Quinnipiac, and that really stuck with us.
Yeah, we were fortunate. I reached out to him after the Colgate game and just looking for any insight. Like obviously he's made a run for a national championship, and then with the Colorado Avalanche, and he had great points for us and kind of things that we can bring back to the guys, and helped us recenter, I think, a little bit after that loss and refocus on the job in the regional. But it's special. I mean, it's so cool that we're able to leverage those guys and ask them for advice, and they're eager to give it to us. Like they want to be involved, and they're following along the entire time. So it's really cool.
Anything else, Sir Jade?
No, I think these guys summed it up pretty well.
Okay, great. How are we doing? Good? You guys got everything you need? All right. Guys, thanks very much. Wish you the best of luck. 8:32, drop of the puck tomorrow night.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks, Fish. Great job.